Hey everybody, today I'm going to be talking about something in particular that I really hate about OEM computers. But first I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys this. I remember back in the day when my mom bought her first OEM Windows PC. This is quite a while ago, it was back in like 1996 or so. It was a Packard Bell computer with Windows 95 on it. I remember as she was unboxing it, as a matter of fact I was only like 5 years old at the time. 4 or 5 years old when she first bought that computer. And I remember when she opened it up for the first time. I remember how the computer itself was in the box and any included software was in separate CDs also in the package. And the recovery disk for the computer was the OEM Windows Install disk. Just to give you guys an example, system builders like me will understand what I'm talking about. You'll get like an OEM Windows install package. Similar to this, except for this computer it was for Windows 95. It's the one that says for distribution only with a new PC. Well, this one says only with a PC, but the older ones used to say with a new PC. Anyways, back then, this is basically what you got, the actual Windows install disk. That has the actual watermarked Microsoft media. And I remember 6 years later, November 2002, Mom decided to get her another computer. This was an E-Machines computer. It was a T1840 with Windows XP on it. And things had began to change from the Packard Bell to the E-Machines. By then, the majority of the software that came with the computer was loaded on the hard drive already, and the recovery media was an image that contained a pre-installed Windows XP along with the software already on the disk. It was 3 CDs, and it was Symantec Ghost. That was the software included that re-imaged the hard drive. And the recovery media that comes with the computer was no longer something like this. By then, you were receiving image CDs that included the pre-installed software and the operating system. It was basically a hard disk image. You received CDs like this, 2 image discs, and these contain Norton Ghost and the hard drive image. I would say, I don't know, about 1.5 gigabytes or maybe 3. I think it's compressed. I can't quite remember, but anyway, you would typically receive discs like these that re-image the hard drive to the original state of the computer from an OEM. So you no longer received an original copy of Windows. And nowadays things are even worse. It seems like nowadays the OEM companies really love to go in and tinker with Windows. They like to put in their own full screen logos, screensavers, they like to put in their own software, and the thing that irritates me the most is they love to include lots of free trial software. And it likes to nag you to buy it. Say, purchase this now, purchase this now. You know, the example would be Norton Antivirus. They love to put that on there, and it loves to nag you to buy it. And it just irritates the living heck out of me, because it seems like, especially companies like Acer in particular, I've worked with quite a few of their computers, and they can never seem to get Windows installed right. I remember back in the day I received an older Acer computer, and if I'm not mistaken, right after I re-imaged the hard drive, it blue screened. It got started in the Windows and blue screened. And then I installed Windows XP from the Windows disk, it never blue screened. And another example would be here. My own netbook. My Acer Aspire 1 netbook. I got this back in 2008. It was about December 2008, back when they had Windows XP on them. And I remember this thing included free trials for McAfee, Microsoft Office. It had this online backup thing. Just bunches of junk that nobody really needs. Because when somebody goes and buys a new computer, usually in most cases, let's say you go to Best Buy or Walmart, they will refer you to the right software that you'll need, such as, I don't know, your antivirus software, and sometimes they'll recommend you get an external hard drive for backup reasons. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And today, here we have a brand new Gateway laptop, fresh in the box, from Best Buy. Not my own personal system, it's my friend's. He wanted me to set up for him so he could bypass the annoyance of an OEM computer's original, you know what I mean. So we'll go ahead and get this unboxed. We'll go ahead and set it up. And it appears that Geek Squad has already tampered with this thing. Don't know why, because I'm going to remove whatever they've done to it anyway. And see, this is an example. They already included the antivirus. So, not sure if we'll get the initial setup, but let us just see. I don't know why he had Geek Squad set up, because he sent it to me for a reinstall in the first place. Anyways, go ahead and get this thing out of the box. I want you guys to notice one thing. Out of this whole box, did you see a restore disk? Chances are, no. Nowadays, they like to put the restore image on the hard drive. Here it is. Fresh out of the box. Not a bad looking computer, actually. Kind of like the look of it. Pretty neat. Alright, let's go ahead and start our computer for the first time. Notice right here, instead of showing your typical blue Windows 10 background, notice it says Gateway. Notice they got a watermark here in the Setup Windows tab. And of course, here's your Microsoft license agreement. And here's the Gateway agreement. Just say ask me later. Ooh, register your product. Skip. Protect my PC now with Norton. 6-day free trial. Activate later. Next. Looks almost like Windows XP. Now it actually looks more like a newer version of Windows. And of course, look at the background. Gateway. Not the original Windows 7 background. Personalized settings. Of course, these are Gateway's personal settings, not the end user's personal settings. Notice here, right after the computer has got to the desktop, it is installing yet more junk software. Power DVD. It's also installed a whole bunch of other junk as well. And as we see, this desktop is starting to fill up a bit. So without the user's consent, it is installing all this junk. I mean, a better approach to this would be to pull up a window with software options available and let the end user choose what to install. And oh, what is this here? It says click to create Gateway Factory default backup disk. Don't remind me again. Nowadays on these computers, basically what they do, like I explained earlier, they don't include recovery media with the computer anymore. Now they want you to create the recovery media using your own media. This would be a very nice Gateway MV59C computer if they would just keep it simple with the Windows operating system. Don't include all this preloaded free trial junk. And I mean, just keep your logos and stuff out. Leave that for the computer itself. I mean, when you turn the computer on, it does have the Gateway logo pop up, don't it? I mean, what's the point of watermarking Microsoft's product with your logos and screensavers?